Everyone, let's talk about time. That thing we take for granted, that thing we waste like it's unlimited. But let me tell you something, time is the only thing you will never get back. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose a job and find a new one. You can lose people and still keep moving. But once time is gone forever. Time is the most valuable resource a person can have, yet it is often the most overlooked. Unlike money, which can be earned, lost, and regained, time is a one-way street. Once a moment passes, it is gone forever. This makes time the ultimate non-renewable resource, and understanding its value is the first step toward living a meaningful, fulfilled life. Every second, minute, and hour you spend is an investment. The question is, are you investing in something that brings you closer to your goals, or are you spending your time on things that do not serve your future? Many people go through life without truly realizing how much of their time is being wasted. They wake up, follow the same routine, go to work, come home, scroll endlessly on their phones, binge watch shows, and then wonder why their lives aren't changing. They complain about not having enough time, yet they fail to recognize that their problem is not a lack of time, but rather a lack of direction. They are not intentional about where their energy goes. Instead of treating time as a limited resource that must be used wisely, they treat it as something that will always be there, as if they have an infinite supply. The truth is, time waits for no one. It does not pause when you are uncertain, and it does not slow down when you are unmotivated. Whether you are actively working towards your goals or wasting away the hours, time moves forward. One day turns into a week turns into a month turns into a year. Before you know it, 5 years have passed, and you are in the same place wondering what went wrong. Think about the people you admire, those who have built successful careers, businesses, relationships, and legacies. They did not get there by wasting time. They got there by being intentional with every moment they had. They understood that time was their most powerful tool, and they used it wisely. They invested in their skills, learned new things, took risks, and made sacrifices to reach their goals. They didn't waste hours comparing themselves to others on social media. They didn't spend their days consumed by negativity or distractions. They focused on progress, and that made all the difference. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that they have plenty of time. This false sense of security keeps them stuck in cycles of procrastination. They say, I'll start tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes and they push it to the next day, and the cycle continues. But tomorrow is never promised. Life is unpredictable, and you never know how much time you truly have. That is why the best time to start is now. There is no perfect moment, no ideal set of circumstances. If you keep waiting, you will keep losing time that you can never get back. Another way people waste time is by focusing too much on what other people are doing instead of working on themselves. They compare their progress to others, scrolling through social media, feeling discouraged because someone else seems to be doing better. But comparison is a trap. It distracts you from your own journey and keeps you from putting in the effort needed to grow. Every second you spend watching someone else's life is a second you could have spent improving your own. Toxic relationships and negative environments are also major time wasters. How many hours, days, or even years have you spent dealing with people who bring nothing but stress, drama, and negativity into your life? How much energy have you wasted on arguments, grudges, and situations that drained you instead of uplifted you? The company you keep plays a huge role in how you use your time. If you are surrounded by people who are unmotivated, careless, and directionless, their habits will rub off on you. If you want to make the most of your time, you must protect your energy and choose your circle wisely. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are simply the ones who value time and use it effectively. They prioritize their goals over distractions. They wake up every day with purpose, knowing that every hour matters. They understand that time is more valuable than money, because while money can be earned, time can only be spent. Once it's gone, there is no refund, no rewind, no second chance. So how do you stop wasting time? First, set clear goals. If you do not have a destination, you will wander aimlessly. Define what you want in life, your career, your health, your relationships, your personal growth. Write it down, make a plan, break it into actionable steps. Having a clear vision will help you stay focused and eliminate distractions. Second, be mindful of how you spend your days. Track your habits and routines. Are you using your time productively, or are you letting hours slip away doing things that do not contribute to your future? Small changes in daily habits can lead to massive transformations over time. Replace mindless scrolling with reading, replace complaining with action, replace procrastination with discipline. Third, learn to say no. Many people waste time because they feel obligated to please others. They say yes to every invitation, every request, every distraction, even when it does not align with their priorities. But your time is yours to protect. If something does not contribute to your growth, it is okay to say no. Do not feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. Fourth, eliminate excuses. People often convince themselves that they do not have time to work on their goals, but the reality is they are simply not prioritizing their time correctly. If something is important to you, you will make time for it. Wake up earlier, cut down on distractions, stop waiting for motivation to magically appear. Discipline is the key to making the most of your time. Finally, surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The right environment can make a huge difference in how you use your time. Spend time with those who push you to be better, who encourage your growth, who remind you of your potential. Avoid those who drain your energy and keep you stuck in cycles of negativity. At the end of the day, you are responsible for how you use your time. You can either waste it on distractions, excuses, and negativity, or you can invest it in your growth, success, and happiness. The choice is yours. But remember this, every second that passes is one you will never get back. So stop wasting time. Start focusing on what truly matters. Your future depends on it. Nobody is coming to save you. This is a truth that many people avoid because it is uncomfortable. It is easier to believe that someone will come along and fix everything, that life will somehow change without effort, that circumstances will align perfectly to make things easier. But the reality is, if you want something, you have to go after it yourself. No one is going to wake up one day and decide to make your dreams come true for you. No one is going to put in the hard work, the discipline, or the dedication required to build the life you want. That responsibility falls entirely on you. Many people go through life waiting. They wait for the right opportunity, the right moment, the right circumstances. They tell themselves that once things calm down, once they have more money, once they feel more motivated, then they will start working towards their goals. But waiting is just another form of procrastination. Life does not hand you success on a silver platter. It rewards those who take action, those who refuse to sit back and wait for something to happen, those who decide to create their own opportunities instead of waiting for them to appear. There is a dangerous mindset that keeps people stuck. The belief that someone else is responsible for their success, happiness, or progress. Some people blame their parents, their upbringing, or their lack of resources for why they are not where they want to be. Others believe that a mentor, a friend, or even a stranger will come along and show them the way, that someone else will give them a shortcut or an easy path to success. But here's the truth. No one owes you anything. It is not the world's responsibility to make sure you succeed. It is not anyone else's job to push you forward, to hold your hand, or to ensure that you reach your full potential. That is your job. There is a certain freedom that comes with accepting this truth. At first, it may feel overwhelming to realize that no one is coming to save you. But once you fully understand it, you take back control over your own life. When you stop expecting others to fix things for you, you start taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and future. You stop blaming circumstances and start focusing on solutions. You stop making excuses and start making progress. You stop depending on external validation and start building confidence in yourself. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who had everything handed to them. They are the ones who took full ownership of their lives. They did not wait for someone to show them the way. They figured it out. They did not wait for the perfect moment. They started where they were with what they had. They understood that no one was coming to push them, so they pushed themselves. Some people spend their whole lives waiting for permission to go after what they want. They hesitate, wondering if they are good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. They seek approval from others before taking action, but you do not need anyone's permission to chase your dreams. You do not need validation from friends, family, or society to start building the life you want. The only person who needs to believe in you is you. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. Instead of seeing obstacles as reasons to quit, you see them as challenges to overcome. Instead of blaming others for your circumstances, you take action to change them. Instead of waiting for opportunities, you create them. You become unstoppable because you no longer depend on anyone else to push you forward. You push yourself. Many people people struggle with motivation because they expect it to come from an outside source. They look for inspiration in books, videos, or other people's success stories. But real motivation does not come from external sources. It comes from within. It comes from discipline, from a deep understanding that your future depends on the actions you take today. Motivation is temporary, it comes and goes, but discipline, consistency, and self responsibility will take you further than motivation ever will. One of the biggest barriers to success is the belief that things should be easier. People want quick results, they want success without struggle, progress without effort, but nothing worth having comes easy. Growth requires discomfort. Progress requires sacrifice. If you want to build something meaningful, whether it is a career, a business, or a better version of yourself, you have to be willing to go through challenges. You have to be willing to fail, learn, and try again. There is no shortcut. There is no easy way out. The only way to get to where you want to be is to put in the work. It is easy to envy successful people and assume that they had better opportunities, better resources, or better luck. But what you do not see is the years of effort, the sacrifices, the failures, and the relentless determination that got them there. Success is not about luck. It is about consistency. The people who achieve great things are the ones who refuse to quit, who wake up every day and put in the work, even when they do not feel like it. They do not wait for motivation. They do not wait for help. They take full responsibility for their own success. The world does not stop for anyone. Time keeps moving, whether you take action or not. Every day that you spend waiting is a day wasted. Every moment you spend hoping that someone else will save you is a moment you could have spent building yourself. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to fight for your dreams the way you will. No one is going to care about your future as much as you do. So you have two choices: continue waiting or take control of your own life. Some people spend their whole lives dreaming but never taking action. They talk about what they want to do, what they wish they could achieve, but they never move beyond words. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: action. Those who succeed take responsibility. They do not wait for things to be perfect. They do not wait for a sign. They start, they fail, they learn, they grow, they keep moving forward no matter what. Your life is entirely in your hands. The decisions you make today will shape your future. The habits you build, the choices you make, the way you spend your time, it all matters. No one is responsible for your happiness, your success, or your growth except you. If you do not like where you are, change it. If you want more for yourself, go after it. If you have a dream, chase it with everything you have, but do not expect anyone to do it for you. You have the power to create the life you want, but only if you stop waiting and start taking responsibility. Only if you stop making excuses and start making progress. Only if you decide right now that you are done waiting for someone to save you, because you are more than capable of saving yourself. No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to live your dreams for you. So get up, take control, do what needs to be done. Your future depends on it. Focusing on yourself and your purpose is one of the most important things you can do to create a life of fulfillment, success, and personal growth. Too often, people spend their time and energy worrying about what others are doing, comparing their progress to someone else's, or seeking validation from people who do not contribute to their well-being. This is a mistake. Your life is yours to live, and if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must learn to shift your focus inward. The more energy you give to yourself, your growth, and your purpose, the more powerful and unstoppable you become. Many people struggle with the idea of focusing on themselves because they have been conditioned to believe that prioritizing their own goals is selfish. They feel guilty for putting their needs first or choosing to distance themselves from distractions and toxic relationships. But there is nothing selfish about focusing on your own path. In fact, it is necessary. If you do not take care of yourself, your mental health, and your personal development, you will never be able to show up fully in any area of your life. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you want to succeed, you must start by making yourself a priority. The problem with focusing too much on external things, what others think, how others perceive you, or how you measure up compared to them, is that it pulls you away from your true purpose. When you are constantly looking outside yourself for answers, you lose sight of your own journey. You begin to shape your life based on other people's expectations instead of your own desires. This is a dangerous cycle because it leads to a life of frustration, disappointment, and a constant feeling of being lost. True fulfillment comes from within, and the only way to find it is to turn your attention away from the noise and focus on your own growth. One of the biggest distractions that prevent people from focusing on themselves is comparison. With social media, it is easier than ever to compare your life to others. You scroll through endless pictures and posts of people who seem to have it all together: the perfect career, the perfect relationship, the perfect body. But what you see online is only a highlight reel. You do not see the struggles, the failures, or the moments of doubt that everyone goes through. When you compare yourself to others, you are comparing your real life to someone else's filtered version of reality. This is unfair to yourself. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Growth is about progress, not perfection. Focusing on yourself means setting clear goals and working towards them every single day. It means having a vision for your future and taking steps to make it a reality. It means building habits that align with your purpose instead of getting caught up in distractions. Every day you have a choice. You can spend your time engaging in activities that bring you closer to your goals, or you can waste it on things that do not serve you. Time is your most valuable resource, and the more you invest it in yourself, the greater your results will be. Many people struggle to focus on themselves because they fear what others will think. They hesitate to make changes in their lives because they worry about judgment, criticism, or losing certain relationships. But the truth is, not everyone will understand your journey, and that is okay. You do not need everyone's approval. The more you try to please others, the further you drift away from your own purpose. You must learn to let go of the need for validation and trust that your path is yours alone. Those who truly support you will respect your growth, and those who do not were never meant to be part of your future. One of the most powerful ways to focus on yourself is by setting boundaries. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and mental health. They allow you to say no to things that do not align with your goals and yes to things that help you grow. Without boundaries, you will find yourself constantly drained by people and situations that take more than they give. It is not your job to fix everyone, to be available at all times, or to sacrifice your own well-being for the sake of others. Learning to say no is a skill, and the more you practice it, the more control you will have over your life. Your purpose is unique to you. No one else can define it for you. Some people spend their entire lives chasing things that society tells them they should want: money, status, approval, only to realize later that these things do not bring true happiness. Your purpose is not about external rewards. It is about what makes you feel alive, what drives you, and what gives your life meaning. To discover your purpose, you must spend time with yourself. Reflect on what excites you, what you are passionate about, and what impact you want to make in the world. When you align your life with your purpose, everything else begins to fall into place. Growth requires solitude. There will be times when you need to step away from distractions, social circles, or even relationships to truly focus on yourself. This does not mean isolating yourself permanently, but rather creating space to reflect, to learn, and to evolve. Many people are afraid to be alone because they have never taken the time to truly understand themselves, but self-awareness is the key to personal growth. The more you get to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your desires, the more clarity you will have about your purpose. Focusing on yourself also means taking care of your mind and body. You cannot achieve your goals if you are constantly exhausted, overwhelmed, or neglecting your health. Self-care is not just about relaxing. It is about making choices that support your overall well-being. This includes getting enough sleep, eating nourishing foods, exercising, and taking time to recharge. When you feel good physically and mentally, you are more capable of handling challenges and pursuing your goals with full energy. It is important to understand that focusing on yourself does not mean ignoring others or being selfish. It means recognizing that in order to give your best to the world, you must first be your best self. When you are happy, fulfilled, and aligned with your purpose, you naturally become a better friend, partner, leader, and contributor to society. The better you take care of yourself, the more you can positively impact those around you. One of the most freeing realizations is that you do not need to have everything figured out right away. Growth is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when you feel like giving up. But as long as you keep moving forward, you are making progress. The key is to stay committed to yourself and your purpose, even when things get tough. Success is not about speed, it is about consistency. Small daily actions add up over time, and the more you stay focused on your own path, the more you will accomplish. At the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. No one else can live it for you. No one else can achieve your goals for you. No one else can discover your purpose for you. The moment you stop looking outside yourself for answers and start trusting in your own path, you take back your power. You stop wasting time on things that do not matter and start investing in what truly does. Focusing on yourself is not always easy. It requires discipline, self awareness, and the courage to step away from distractions. But the rewards are worth it. When you prioritize your growth, your dreams, and your purpose, you unlock a level of fulfillment that no external validation can ever provide. Your future depends on what you do today. Every decision you make either brings you closer to your goals or further away from them. Choose to invest in yourself. Choose to stay focused on your journey. Choose to make your purpose the center of everything you do. Because when you do, you will not only transform your own life, you will inspire others to do the same.